Yo, what's going on, my boys? We got a banger video today, bro. This one's a really important one. How to use dark psychology to eliminate laziness. And I posted this video on TikTok, but in like a slideshow carousel format. And bro, it blew up, bro. It blew up. Like I don't know if it says how many views, but we got the likes right here, bro. 8,264, bro. Like you can just, bro, 8,264 likes. Crazy comments. Everyone's saying like, yo, this is a tough video to wise, bro. Like, elite ball knowledge, like 3,000 saves, bro. 3,000 saves, and this like, yo, it absolutely blew up, man. Absolutely blew up, and it got 40K views in just 2 days, bro. 40K views in just 2 days. So I thought like, you know what? I'm dropping straight game on TikTok. Might as well drop straight game for you guys here, bro, on YouTube. You know what I mean? So let's get right into it. So what is dark psychology? You know what is dark psychology? It is the understanding of how the mind actually works. You know, like how the mind actually works rather than what it desires. Do you get me? That there's a difference between what the, like, for example, if this is the mind, right? What does it actually what does it actually, how does it actually work versus like how does it, like, what is it, what it wants, what it desires. Do you get me? So it's pretty much just the knowledge on how it works and how it operates, what it thinks, what it processes, rather than just going based off of motivation and just going off of, what do I feel like? Oh, I feel like gooning today. I feel like just doom scrolling today. Like, you know what I mean? So we're getting rid of this motivation and feeling thing, and we're actually looking and learning about how the mind actually works, and that is called dark psychology. So step number one, you need to stop asking yourself how you feel and only act on pre-decided tasks. What does that mean? So, for example, right? Let's say you wake up at 6 a.m., right? For example, and usually you have a bunch of different tasks to do, right? Like whether that be school, whether that be working out, whether that be, like, I don't know, going to a job, so, like, you know what I mean, just stuff like that. You have all these tasks that you need to check off, right? But what comes before this task, though? What comes before it? That is called pre-decided. Like that's called pre-decided task. And for those pre-decided tasks, you need rules. You need certain rules. So, for example, let's say your task, right? Your task is recording a video, right? Record a vid, right? That's the task. Now you need to do the pre-decided task, like the pre-decided task. Like, what does that mean? Okay, getting the camera ready, getting the script ready, getting this ready, you know, all that stuff. But this stuff also requires rules. This stuff also requires its rules, just like how the task has its rules, right? Like for example, like the task itself requires rules. So the task is a YouTube video, and that is also a rule. Like it's like you need to follow certain rules to make your video. You can't just be talking. You can't just be being all quiet. You can't just be, I don't know, looking over there. You need to have rules to implement to make a banger video. Do you get me? So your video has rules, certain rules that needs to follow, certain operations, certain just set standards that needs to follow. You know, just like that, we have pre-task. You know, the pre-task, whether that's setting up the camera, script, and that also needs its own decided rules. You know what I mean? Like, if you guys know what I'm putting down here, if that makes sense. So hopefully that makes sense. I'm trying to explain it as best as possible. So we have the task, right? We have our task. That task is recording a YouTube video, and that YouTube video needs to be done in a certain way, aka the rules and the standards, to make a nice video, a banger video. Same way, we have pre-tasks that lead up to the task, and those are habits. Those are habits like, getting the camera ready, the script ready, and that's therefore called the pre-decided rules. Okay, pre-decided rules. Hopefully that makes sense. Now let's go back here. So the pre-decided rules are, like, for example, you want to record a video. Now, if you know that you tend to get lazy before a certain task, you know yourself the best. Okay, you know yourself the best. So take that into consideration and ask yourself, okay, if I record my task at 4 p.m., what do I do at 3 p.m.? What do I do at 2 p.m.? You know, because most of the time, whenever we have a task ready, whenever we finish a task, and whenever there's a before a task, we tend to get super lazy, bro. We tend to get super lazy. Usually before a task or after a task, we get super lazy. Like we just start messing and we just start doom scrolling. You like doing jack all, bro. You pretty much jack all, right? So ask yourself, pretty much just like, I don't know, visualize and just like kind of close your mind and just think ahead and be like, okay, if I'm recording my task at 4, I'm probably gonna be doom scrolling for like 30 minutes until everything's set up, and then I'll, you know what I mean. So for example, if 3 p.m. is a really bad time, you know that you'll be doing hella jack all stuff at 3 p.m. Make that into a pre-decided rule. Make that into a pre-decided rule and be like, okay, at 3 p.m. I'm just gonna go for a walk. I'm just gonna go for a walk and I'm gonna clear my head. I'm thirsty as hell. Hold up. Alright, so at 3 p.m., I'm going for a walk. Now, what does this do? If you know you get super lazy at 3 p.m., instead of, I don't know, watching the hub, or instead of just doom scrolling, or instead of just talking to that random shorty on Snapchat, you know what I mean, just wasting your time doing jack all, you can just go for a calm little walk. Fix up your mental, fix up your thought process, clear up your mind, clear up your brain, go for a walk, and when you come back, you can just bang this out. Bang this recording video out, you know what I mean? That's what's called a pre-decided rule. We have a pre-decided rule for our pre-task, and that pre-task leads up to our task, that main task. This can also be applied to afterwards. Let's say you finish that video right at 4 p.m. Now what do? You know what I mean? Because usually humans, right? When we finish something big, when we finish something major, our dopamine just like, you know what I mean. It has this random shift to it. It has a random change to it. So it's done this big task, and now it just feels like relaxing. You know what I mean? I'm done for the day, so I guess so I can justify myself watching doom scroll. I can justify myself watching TikTok. I can justify myself watching this random show on Netflix. Do you get me? So it finds any way of just any justification, right? So now you finish that video, but now it's 4:15. Now it's 4:15 p.m. And usually, whenever you finish a hard, whenever you finish a video, you start doing jack all again. So then you visualize, you close your mind again beforehand, and you think, okay, at 4:15, I'm gonna read, bro. I'm gonna read. You know what I mean? Just do something. The point is, close your eyes, right? Close your eyes, and just look into the future, bro. Just visualize. Just visualize yourself into the future, and look at yourself in different parts of the day. Look at yourself at 7 a.m. Look at yourself at 9 a.m. Look at yourself at 1 p.m. Look at yourself at 5 p.m. Just visualize, just not manifest, but like just visualize and put yourself in these time blocks, and imagine yourself doing the good task. Imagine yourself doing what you want to do. You know what I mean? What should be done. Imagine yourself doing good stuff. Cause let's say you don't do this, right? Let's say you don't do this. Okay, let's say this doesn't happen. You wake up, right? You wake up, and now you have no clear, like, of course you have like a checklist, but you're not imagining yourself doing that checklist. Of course you want to finish this task, that task, but you're not imagining it. You're not visualizing it. So okay, so when 7 p.m. comes, or 7 a.m. comes around, right? You just spend 15 minutes in the toilet just doom scrolling. That part's already gone. Now it's like what, 10 a.m. You're just hitting up that random shorty. Like that part's gone. Same thing. Part's gone. The part's gone. You know what I mean? You're not putting yourself in those time blocks. You are not putting yourself in these time blocks. and you are not imagining what needs to be done. Do you get me? So, hold up. I guess not working, bro. So pretty much, right? You put yourself in these time blocks and imagine yourself doing the stuff you want to do. Pre-decide, pre-plan, pre-decide the rules that you want to take. Do you get me? So everything, or most things, 99% of things, of course stuff happens, of course life happens, but you stick to these pre-decided rules for a majority amount of time, a majority amount of time. Do you get me? Now, let's go to number 2. Expose your laziness instead of hiding it. Do you get me? Don't just watch a random David Goggins video, right? The David Goggins video, and then be like, oh my god, I am so motivated, bro. I can't wait to do this. I can't wait to do that. I can't wait to do that. No. And because that it's gonna wear out, bro. It's just gonna wear out, and your motivation gonna be zero again. Do you get me? What you should be doing, bro. What you should be doing is acknowledge that you are lazy, and whenever you feel lazy. Do you get me? So acknowledge. I'm not spelling all that, but acknowledge when you are lazy, and when you are feeling lazy. Do you get me? Bro, my handwriting is buns. Oh my goodness. So what do I mean by receipts, right? Basically, don't try to beat around the bush. You have a problem, which is laziness, procrastination, just delaying stuff. You have a problem, but instead of running away from it, instead of being like, oh, but it's just off day. Oh, everyone does it. Oh, something happened. No, bro. Instead of running away from it, instead of putting it under the rug, put it down in receipts. Like, have proper entries and journal and document whenever you feel lazy. Do you get me? Whenever you feel lazy, and why you got lazy, and what are the effects of it? What effect did it have on you? Do you get me? So this could look like this, okay? I'm thirsty again. Hold up. So this could look like, for example, what day is it? I don't even know, bro. Okay, for example, January 1st on the 8th, okay? It's a brand new day, right? It's a brand new day. And for example, you feel lazy at 2 p.m., right? It's 2 p.m. rolls around, and you were on such a good run before this, bro. You hit the gym, you studied, you did that, you ate clean, you spent time with your dog, whatever. And then 2 p.m. rolls around. It rolls around, and now you just get hit with this. Wave, bro. You don't feel like doing jack all, bro. You're just in your bed now. You're about to go on the hub. You know what I mean? Now, when 2 p.m. rolls around, instead of what you lot be doing, what you mans be doing, 2 p.m. rolls around, and you guys just do it. You guys just waste 2, 3, 4 hours doing jack all, right? And when that period, that haziness finishes, you guys are like, oh well, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh well, it happens. Oh well, whatever. You know what I mean? But what we are trying to implement is pick out a journal. Pick out a journal and write down, okay, I felt lazy at 2 p.m. I felt at 2 p.m. Why did this happen? Oh, it happened because I went on my phone too much. It happened because I'm tired. You know what I mean? Just write down these prompts. Okay, what effect did it have? What effect did it have? Oh, it made me doom scroll. It made me do this. It made me waste time. Oh my god, my handwriting sucks. It made me waste time. Just have receipts of whenever you get lazy. Do you get me? Just have receipts for whenever. See, there you go. Just have receipts for whenever you feel it. It's okay to feel lazy, right? But it's not okay to let it go under the rug. It's not okay to just treat it like it's not a problem. It's not okay to not do nothing about it. Do you get me? So document it, journal it, have receipts on it, because the more you are made aware of this. For example, if you have like 15 entries, right? Let's say you made an entry on the 8th, you made an entry on the 11th, 12th, 14th. 16. Like you have all these entries, right? You have all these entries, and now you're being made aware of this day by day, day by day, day by day. You're more aware. You're more aware. You're more aware of your problems, and you're learning more about yourself. You're learning why you do this. You're learning the effects it has on you. Oh my god, bro. You're learning the effects it has on you. You're learning all sorts of stuff about you, and you're documenting. You have it as this little like, as your little buddy, as your little assistant. Do you get me? So instead of just running away from it and hiding it, expose it, bro. Expose it. Just cancel culture. You know what I mean? And last but not least, bro, associate your laziness with long-term loss and not short-term comfort. Is Shakespeare really dead, bro? Is Shakespeare really dead, bro? You tell me. Associate your laziness with long-term loss, not short-term comfort. Man, I cooked up, bro. I cooked up, man. Shakespeare, I'll be Shakespeare, man. Screw being a day trader, man. I might just hop on this. Enough with the glaze. So, for example, right? Like, let's say you in your bed. You in your bed, and you are doing jack all. You're just on your. How do I? Yo, you guys like my drawings or what? Okay, that's the phone right there, and you're just doing whatever, right? It's 4 p.m. Let's say you just came out from school. Bro, you guys better drop a like and subscribe, man, because these long videos, man, they get my throat so dry. Okay, so it's 4 p.m. You just came out from school, and now you're just lazy, and you think you're just resting so you can come back stronger. In like 30 minutes you can come back stronger, but what are you actually doing? You're building a habit of whenever you come back from school, you're changing your definition of rest into just frying your brain, bro. How is rest frying your, like, how is frying your brain resting? How does that make sense? You're associating rest with watching crazy edits, crazy reels, crazy TikToks. You know what I mean? So how is that actually rest? You're associating, like, it's okay to rest. It's okay to rest, but rest, like, actually rest. Don't just bong 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 bong. You're just frying your brain. You know what I mean? It makes no sense at all. You may be thinking, oh, if I take a break for like 30 minutes, if I take a break for like 30 minutes, I'll come back stronger, bro. I'll be crazy. I'll be crazy. Do you really think you're gonna be well rested after 30 minutes of just straight scrolling, bro? You tell me that. Do you think you are gonna be well rested after 30 minutes of straight Charlie Kirk memes and I don't know, 6-7 and FaZe Rug memes? Of course no, bro. Of course not. You know what I mean? So you think you're getting short-term comfort, but it's actually a long-term loss, because not only are you making this a habit of like, oh, whenever it's 4 p.m., that's when I come home and rest. But now you're also associating rest with frying your brain. So it's a long-term domino effect of just bang, bang, bang. Like, you're just busting yourself up. Do you get me? So, again, just acknowledge that long-term loss is not worth your short-term comfort. Do you get me? Long-term loss is not worth. How do I? Hey, pretend I said not worth. Okay, short-term comfort. Simple as that. You know what I mean? You if you just have this mindset with you, bro. If you just have this, if you're just made aware of this mindset, it can go a long way. Because you need to understand that every action you do, bro, every action you do, it has its consequence. It can have its consequence. It can have its rewards. Do you get me? And for example, every action you do, for example, these are all just dominoes, right? These are all just dominoes. Every action you do, it may be a domino effect as a bad thing, or maybe a domino effect as a good thing. Do you get me? What does this mean? For example, you rest for, which is you doom scroll for 30 minutes, right? You doom scroll for 30 minutes. Now your brain is fried and now you're super tired and dang it, bro, I'm super tired now, I can't finish that homework and it's due tomorrow. Now that breaks again. Now then you did your homework, now you didn't study for, that means you're not prepared for the next lesson, and now you're not prepared for the next lesson. Your test gonna be bad, this that, your parents gonna be mad, your teacher's pissed at you, you got no huzz, no job, no money. But you get me. Now a good domino effect could be like, okay, instead of just doom scrolling for 30 minutes, I actually rested, bro. I actually rested. I just closed my eyes and slept for 30 minutes. And now I'm well rested enough for that homework. I did my homework, and now I know the lesson. And now I know the test. And then, you know what I mean? Yo, you guys do you know what I mean? This can go for anything too, though. I'm just giving an example for school because like everyone's had school at one point, but this can go for day trading too. This can go for anything, bro. This video is just about the basic: how to use dark psychology to eliminate laziness. Right? What does it look like in day trading? For example, literally, you can just do this too. Let's say you come back at 4 p.m. and let's say you come back from school at 3 p.m. You rest. And then at 4 p.m., you're supposed to be back testing, right? But you just doom scroll for 30 minutes, and now you're super tired, and you can't even back test no more. You can't even back test no more, and now you can't practice your strategy. You're not good on the charts. You know what's happening, and then you suck. You're still not profitable. You just blew your funded account. You bought another funded account. You blew that, and now you're just depressed. You're lonely. You get no hugs, bro. You're not in that Maybach. You're not in that AMG. You suck, bro. You trash. Do you get me? But this can look like it can also have a good down effect too. You rest for 30 minutes. You do back tests. You upgrade your psychology. You upgrade your strategy. You learn more. You just better. You take better trades, better setups. Your confluencers all set up. Simple as that, bro. I'm putting y'all on game, man. This video blew up on TikTok, and I just thought I could share it here. And if y'all enjoyed, bro, like, subscribe, and follow the Instagram, bro. Follow the Instagram and follow the TikTok. They're gonna be down below. I post crazy stuff on there like pretty much every single day that are worth you just checking out, bro. I just drop straight game. You know what I mean? Like. So yeah, how to use dark psychology to eliminate laziness. That's been the video. I'll catch y'all later, bro.